These are the 10 most exclusive Black-owned nail salons in America, the kind the ultra-rich keep as their best-kept secret. We're talking a Harlem hideaway where the world's biggest superstars get their nails done, a celebrity-owned salon with a real subway car inside, and a salon that offers thousands of dollars of scholarship to small nail techs annually. But before we get in, let's hear it out. Right now, all across the US, people are getting a lot more intentional about where their money actually goes, choosing spaces that feel like home and treat them with real care and respect. So this new wave of Black-owned luxury salons is quietly booming, turning the simple manicure into a high-end ritual the wealthy will fly across the country for. And the following 10 are the absolute top of that mountain. Number 10. Bed of Nails. Beauty, New York City. Let's open in Midtown Manhattan, with a salon so private most people walk right past it every single day without a clue. It's there. That's B, because Bed of Nails isn't on the street. It's tucked away on the 6th floor of a commercial office suite in the Garment District, and to get in, you have to do something kind of wild. The front entrance has a custom-engineered black metal door handle, shaped like a hand, which means the only way inside is to literally shake the door's hand first. If that's not the perfect metaphor for an exclusive club, I don't know what is. The woman behind it is Candace Idahan, and her story is a quiet masterclass in turning frustration into a fortune. She actually drafted the entire business plan back in college, in of all things a Black entrepreneurship class, mostly because she was fed up with the impersonal, low-quality nail options in her own neighborhood. So she went to nail school at night, graduated, and built a serious global resume as a freelance celebrity manicurist, working fashion weeks and commercial shoots across New York, London, Milan, and Paris. Then she opened her own spot on her own terms. And the place is designed to feel nothing like a salon. The whole space is built to mirror a luxurious residential bedroom, a deliberate wink at the name, with a soft black and purple palette meant to put even buttoned-up corporate executives completely at ease. It runs on 2 tiers, too. Idahan personally services the big entertainment and media names behind closed doors in her private office, while her master technicians work the main floor using hardware-based Russian dry manicure techniques and intricate art sealed right inside the gel. A single set of sculpted extensions runs around $275 and takes a full 2.5 hours. This is not a quick polish on your lunch break. This is an appointment. So that's the salon hiding behind a handshake. Our next spot doesn't hide behind a door at all. It hides behind a list of rules so strict it sounds made up. Number 9. Artistry. ATL, Hapeville, Georgia. Welcome to the most gate-kept salon on this entire list, where the exclusivity isn't about a secret address, it's about who they're willing to let in. Artistry. ATL, sitting in an affluent pocket of Metro Atlanta, runs some of the most rigorous rules in the whole personal care industry. And honestly, once you hear them, they kind of make sense. First, it's strictly one-on-one. You cannot bring a friend, a partner, a business associate, or your kids. In fact, the salon doesn't service children at all, period. The entire point is to create an environment of absolute, distraction-free silence for high-profile clients who just want peace. Then there's the booking policy, which is brutal. They enforce a strict 48-hour cancellation window, and if you cancel or even change your appointment late, your deposit is gone. 100% forfeited. No exceptions. And here's the part that justifies the attitude. The lead artist almost never repeats a custom design. So whatever they create on your nails is a genuine one-of-one, a little work of art nobody else is walking around with. The minimum spend starts at $150 per session, and that's just the floor. What you're really paying for isn't the polish. It's the guarantee that for your entire appointment, you are the only person in the world that artist is thinking about. In a world this loud, that kind of quiet is a genuine luxury. Now, Artistry, ATL, makes you come to them and play by their rules. The next brand flips that whole idea on its head and brings the luxury straight to your front door. Number 8. TULA2, Buckhead, Atlanta. Out in the ultra-wealthy Buckhead district of Atlanta, you'll find TULA2, a wellness institution run by 2 sisters the brand calls the Twinpreneurs, with reportedly over 30 years of combined nail expertise between them. And they've built something genuinely clever. a brand that splits into 3 smart divisions instead of just one storefront. There's the main salon, which leans hard into clean, wellness-focused beauty using their own vegan, cruelty-free product line. They've actually carved out a real specialty in diabetic-safe clinical pedicures and hand therapies, the kind of careful, medical-grade work that clients with health sensitivities can rarely find done well. That alone sets them apart. But here's the showstopper, the part that puts them on this list. They run something called the Tula 2 Mobile Nailery. Picture a custom, eco-friendly luxury salon built inside a vehicle that drives directly to you. Private estates, corporate offices, and most importantly, film sets, where actors and musicians and corporate titans need a flawless, fully sanitized manicure without ever stepping into public view or getting papped walking into a salon. For a certain kind of client, privacy isn't a perk, it's the entire product. And Tula 2 figured out that the ultimate flex isn't a fancy chair in a fancy room. It's the salon coming to find you. That's how you turn a service into a status symbol. Speaking of turning a salon into something bigger, our next founder didn't come from the beauty world at all. She came from luxury real estate, and she's building an empire to match. Speaking of taking real care of yourself without the fuss, that's what pulled someone on our team to the Pulse R8 Smart Ring. It reads your heart rate, your sleep, and your workouts right from your finger. A week on a charge, 100 days with the case, and it's fully waterproof. The surprise was the price. Under $40, a fraction of the big-name rings, because it comes direct instead of through the retailers that mark everything up. If you're watching on your TV, pause and scan the QR code on screen with your phone camera, or tap the first link in the description. Because our next founder isn't even a nail tech, she's a luxury real estate broker building a whole salon empire. Number 7. Tips 312, West Loop, Chicago. Over in Chicago's trendy, high-income West Loop, Tips 312 is one of the newer names here, but it might have the biggest ambitions of all. It was founded by Megan Young, and here's the twist. Young isn't a lifelong nail tech. She's a prominent luxury real estate broker who looked at the salon world and saw a business opportunity hiding in plain sight. So she designed Tips 312 to feel less like a nail bar and more like an immersive experience. The walls feature custom fine art depicting black hands and feet. The soundtrack is a perfectly curated wave of 90s and 2000s R&B, and the whole vibe is built around comfort and representation, a space that actually looks like the people sitting in the chairs. But Young's real estate brain is what makes this one special. She's not thinking about one salon. She's thinking about a national footprint. She's already structured the business with a corporate backbone, even funding 2 annual $3,000 scholarships to help aspiring minority nail techs cover the steep cost of nail school, lowering the barrier to entry for the next generation. And she's openly targeting expansion into the wealthiest corridors in the country and beyond, with plans pointed at Los Angeles, Miami, Washington, D.C., and even Paris. Most people open a salon. Megan Young is quietly building a luxury chain and using a real estate strategy to do it. From a brand with its eyes on the whole world, let's zoom back in on a single salon obsessed with one thing above all else: flawless, executive-level service. Number 6. Nail Favor, Salon and Spa, Buckhead, Atlanta. Back in Buckhead, Atlanta's playground for the wealthy, Nail Favor Salon and Spa takes a different route to the top. It's owned and operated by Nefertet Amonra, and her background is the secret ingredient here, because she didn't come up through beauty either. She's a seasoned realtor and business owner with reportedly more than 25 years of experience in human resources and government administration. And she runs this salon exactly like the executive she is. That means systems, process, discipline. Amun-Ra applies all that corporate rigor to 2 things her clients care about most: flawless, white-glove customer service and strict, medical-grade sterilization standards. Because at this level, hygiene isn't a nice-to-have, it's the whole foundation of trust. The space itself is deliberately quiet and sophisticated, designed for corporate executives, busy mothers stealing an hour for themselves, and high-net-worth men who want sharp, polished grooming without any of the noise of a typical salon. And the offering is genuinely all-inclusive, curated packages spanning custom manicures, structural extensions, precise waxing, facials, and targeted massage, all under one roof and open to all genders. They've even built a reputation for hosting private, upscale spa parties, including luxury celebrations for kids. It's the kind of place where the experience is so smooth and so consistent that you stop thinking of it as a nail appointment and start thinking of it as your personal grooming headquarters. That consistency is its own kind of luxury. Now, Nail Favor runs like a well-oiled corporate machine. Our next founder went in the complete opposite direction, mixing her own secret chemical formulas by hand in her actual kitchen. Number 5. Snob Nails, Temple Hills, Maryland. Just outside Washington, D.C. in the affluent Maryland suburb of Temple Hills, you'll find Snob Nails, and its founder London Ward might be the most fascinating operator on this whole list. Because Ward doesn't just do nails. She approaches the craft like a cosmetic chemist. The story goes that she hand formulates her own raw acrylic compounds from scratch, mixing chemicals right there in her own kitchen, all to engineer a custom product with durability that standard commercial stuff just can't match. When your nails are reportedly built from a formula that doesn't exist anywhere else on Earth, that's a flex money can't easily buy. And that obsession with quality has built her a serious clientele, with local political leaders, corporate executives, and athletes all reportedly booking in for her precise nail shaping and detailed hand art. But Ward didn't stop at being a salon. She turned Snob Nails into a three-headed empire. There's the boutique itself, there's an in-house chemical lab where she engineers those custom compounds, and then there's Snob Nails University, a full educational academy with apprenticeships and seminars designed specifically to train the next wave of minority nail professionals. She's not hoarding the secret sauce, she's teaching it. And here's the detail that ties a bow on the whole thing. Ward's entrepreneurial fire apparently lit up her own kids, because her two young daughters, reportedly aged 10 and 6, launched their own little business called Candy-Coated Little Ones, making non-toxic, edible nail polish for kids. Let that sink in. A 6-year-old with a business. That's not just wealth, that's a mindset being passed straight down to the next generation. That's how dynasties actually start. From a family lab passing the torch to its kids, we moved to a brand that planted a luxury flag in a neighborhood the experts swore could never support one. Number 4. Nailbed and Bar, Washington, D.C. This next one is less of a salon and more of a statement. Nailbed and Bar was founded by Javan Kashif, who goes by Jay, and Jay made a bold, deliberate choice that everyone reportedly told him was a mistake. Instead of opening in some safe, wealthy enclave, he planted his ultra-luxury salon east of the Anacostia River in Ward 7, historically one of DC's most underserved, majority-black neighborhoods. The whole mission was to prove a point, that a high-end, team-based luxury experience could absolutely thrive there, and that the people of that community deserved access to it without crossing the city to get it. And the experience he built is pure hospitality. The salon runs entirely by appointment behind a locked door, keeping the atmosphere peaceful and private. Once you're in, you're treated to premium organic sangria and the salon's own custom Black Girl Magic popcorn, served up in branded pastel pink bags. It's those little touches that turn a service into a whole vibe. Underneath the charm, though, the actual work is serious: natural nail care, structural gel enhancements, and therapeutic foot treatments done to a high clinical standard. But the part that elevates this place is what Jay does beyond the manicures. The salon hosts a program called The Color Class, a personal wellness, self-love, and business training course aimed at young girls aged 6 to 15. Read that again. He's using a nail salon to teach the neighborhood's daughters about confidence and entrepreneurship. So Nailbed and Bar isn't just selling luxury, it's investing it right back into the block it sits on, building the next generation of business owners one young girl at a time. That's economic self-determination in its purest form. Now, that was luxury with a community mission. Our next spot in Los Angeles took that idea of doing right by people and built an entire business model around it, starting with its own staff. Number 3. Chayil Maison, Boutique Salon, downtown Los Angeles. Down in the heart of downtown Los Angeles sits Chayil Maison, and even the name is a flex, blending the Hebrew word for excellence with the French word for house, a house of excellence. And the founders backed it up in the most unexpected way. The salon was started by a former systems engineer named Melody Cochran and an elementary school teacher named Jennifer Thompson, two women who looked at the chaotic, rushed, high-stress world of typical nail bars and decided to engineer something completely different. Here's the genius part. Cochran used her engineering brain to attack the root problem. Most salons pay technicians on commission, which secretly pressures them to rush every client to squeeze in more bodies. So Chaille Maison threw that whole model out. Instead, they pay competitive hourly wages, performance bonuses, and full health benefits. The result? Zero tension on the floor, and technicians who can take literally as long as a service needs to be perfect. Happy artists, flawless work. Meanwhile, the clients sip complimentary champagne, fine wine, or premium tea in this expansive, calming space designed to feel like an oasis. And you want proof of how far that no-rush philosophy goes? The staff once reportedly spent 2 full days, meticulously detangling one traveler's severely matted hair, all to save her from having to chop it into a radical pixie cut. They preserved 22 inches of her natural length, hour after painstaking hour. No commission-chasing salon on earth would ever do that. That's not a service, that's a rescue mission. And it tells you everything about why the city's most discerning clients trust this house with their time. That was a salon built on taking care of its people. Our next stop is a Harlem legend whose client book reads like the guest list at the Grammys. Number 2. The Nail Suite by Lisa Logan, Harlem, New York. If there's one name on this list that the truly famous whisper to each other, it's Lisa Logan. Operating out of Harlem on Adam Clayton Powell Junior Boulevard, Logan is a veteran nail artist with decades of high-fashion editorial experience, and her client book is the stuff of legend. Over the years, she's reportedly curated the personal nail looks of absolute megastars, names like Beyoncé, Mary J. Blige, and Taraji P. Henson among them. When the biggest women in entertainment want their hands flawless for the world to see, this is reportedly where they quietly go. But what makes Logan special isn't just the famous clients. It's her clinical, almost surgical obsession with natural nail health. This isn't about slapping on the flashiest set. It's about clean manicuring, therapeutic pedicures, and treating the nail itself like the foundation it is. And her real genius showed up when the whole world shut down in 2020 and personal care businesses were forced to close. Instead of folding, Logan pivoted like a true entrepreneur. To treat her own daughter's severe psoriasis and eczema, she formulated a custom, highly antibacterial soap infused with oregano oil. She called it O'Reilly Oregano Soap, and the thing reportedly went viral on TikTok, even catching the attention of beauty royalty, with the founder of Carol's Daughter and Oprah Winfrey's own personal pedicurist reportedly ordering 50 bars in bulk. Just like that, a closed salon became a booming wellness brand. Today, those clean botanical products are woven right into her high-end spa treatments under a new umbrella she calls the Body Suite. Logan didn't just survive the storm, she built a whole new revenue stream out of it. That's how the greats stay great. And yet, for all her star power, even Lisa Logan operates out of a leased space. Our number 1 made a vow to change that game entirely by owning everything outright, all the way down to the dirt. Number 1. Junie B. Nails, Harlem, New York. And here we are at number 1, the salon that perfectly captures everything this entire list is really about. Junie B. Nails opened in the heart of Harlem back in 2018, and it wasn't founded by some quiet operator. It was created by the international singer, director, and actress Teyana Taylor, alongside celebrity nail artist Coca Michelle, and they designed it as a high-concept escape they lovingly called a woman cave. And the design was absolutely iconic. The space was drenched in a 90s streetwear aesthetic, covered in custom graffiti with the pedicure stations enclosed inside a full-scale replica of a New York City subway car. A subway car. Inside the salon. And reflecting Taylor's deep Harlem roots, the staff uniforms were custom designed by none other than Dapper Dan, the legendary Harlem couturier himself. They even locked in an exclusive partnership with OPI to carry their full premium line. This wasn't a nail salon, it was a love letter to Harlem with a price tag. Now here's where the story gets real and where it earns the top spot. The physical storefront closed in 2020, hit by the pandemic and a highly publicized rent dispute with the landlord reportedly worth around $49,000. And in that moment, Teyana Taylor learned the single most important lesson in building lasting wealth. She announced that the brand wasn't dead. It was just done renting. Her vow? To come back by purchasing an entire commercial block, owning the land outright, and never again being at the mercy of a landlord's lease. Let that sink in. She didn't want to rent the dream anymore. She wanted to own the whole block it sits on. And that, right there, is the difference between making money and building a dynasty. It's why Junie B is our number one. And with that, we conclude our journey through the 10 most exclusive Black-owned nail salons across America. When you line all 10 of these up, you start to see that this was never really about nails at all. From a Manhattan suite hidden behind a handshake, to a subway car parked inside a Harlem salon, to a founder mixing her own secret formulas in her kitchen, every single one of these places is a monument to the same idea: ownership, excellence, and the radical notion that luxury, real luxury, should be built by and for the communities that the old model overlooked for way too long. So I've got to know, which one surprised you the most? Was it the door you have to shake hands with, the 2-day mission to save someone's hair, or Teyana Taylor vowing to buy an entire city block? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe to Black Status, because we drop stories like this every single week. Catch you on the next one.